I've been on the grind trying to find my way. People come and go, but I'ma be the one to stay. People tell me I should live my life that way. All I know is that I'm gonna make it one day.
What's up, guys? I'm J-Review, and we're going to be watching Season 1, Episode 5 of The Originals. The last episode was incredible. At the end, of course, we had Elijah. He's up, he's awake, and he's going to have a little discussion with Davina, and we know he's going to get to her. Klaus and Cammy also had a pretty great scene, and the acting from Cammy was outstanding, where she was just saying that she didn't want to be compelled. She wants to remember this pain. She wants to feel it. And then Klaus was like, no, ma'am. You're not going to, and I will find out who did this, and I will make them pay. I will make them freaking pay their taxes. And also, Klaus talked to Davina and sort of turned Davina against Marcel a little bit. Not fully, but, you know, a little bit, saying she could be in control and go wherever she wants. She wouldn't have to be freaking cooped up in a room 24/7. She could roam free. So, yeah, that's always good. But here we go, episode 5, guys. The full reaction to this episode and all other episodes for The Originals and many other TV shows I watch will be up on my Patreon page. Link is in the description box as always. So if you want to check out the full reactions to those, feel free. But if you're on YouTube, what's up, guys? Let's go. I don't know where the remote is to start this episode, but we're going in a minute.
The one they call honorable.
Yeah. Absolutely. Davina. What are you doing, sis? Why? I mean, you could try to mess with him. You can put blood in his face. He's gonna smack it out of your hand. He's not gonna... He's not. Well, at least he's not blue anymore. Looking like Big Fat Liar. Elijah's back, though. Pretty good intro.
Pretty much that your baby would bring death to all witches.
Well, I grow fonder of this child by the second.
So, look, I promised Elijah that I would protect. Just called a vote. We're moving forward with the harvest. What?
What the bloody hell is a harvest?
It's a ritual our coven does every 3 centuries so that the bond to our ancestral magic is restored. We appease our ancestors, they keep our ancestral power flowing.
All respect, Father K. If you're gonna defend the witches' rights, we got nothing to talk about.
I don't think she's gonna wanna go with you, Marcel.
Marcel's my family.
And yet Marcel is someone who delights in harming the witches. Those people, I would think you would consider family. This doesn't trouble you?
No. They deserve it.
Why would you say that?
Because they're liars.
Deserve it?
All of them. Now they're running out of time. Because after the harvest comes the reaping. And if they don't complete the harvest, there won't be a reaping. Soon all the witches in the quarter will start to lose their power. Eventually, they'll cease to be witches altogether.
So what does it take to complete this ritual?
Her to die?
I have to die.
Yeah, it's... Well, I don't want Davina to die, and I don't think it's gonna happen. I see her being sort of a big character in the show, because I really enjoy her so far.
Before I ban the witches from using magic, relations between vampires and witches weren't what you call friendly by any means, but let's just say we were a little less divided. In fact, some of us were getting along just fine.
A little more than fine.
You torture those witches, and yet there you were getting positively Romeo and Juliet with Sophie Devereaux.
Oh, it wasn't like that. It was a mutually satisfying hookup.
What you are planning to do is not only wrong. In my city, it's illegal.
In your city full of vampires?
Even if it is a myth,
The
it's kind
vampires
of, you
and
know...
the human faction have an arrangement, just like we have with you all. Protect the locals, protect our homes. We look the other way. What if you go through with the harvest?
Everything okay in your Uncle Kieran?
We're just finishing, Sean. Right? I believe I've made myself clear.
We'll take this matter to the elders.
The witches were furious with Kieran.
Trust you witches,
Sophie
don't
tells me that the witches
trust 'em.
put a hex on his nephew Sean. Made it seem like he was slowly losing his mind in order to distract Kieran, while they kept planning for the harvest.
Well.
So they attacked Kieran's nephew.
Well.
Might have read about that.
You might have heard about it
Boy,
the other day.
the twin, or he
Your
was
ear.
a twin or something.
Oh, no, they said that he had a twin sister.
Klaus. I'm scared. I'm scared of what Klaus is gonna do. Because now Klaus has pretty much all the information
So enlighten me.
he needed.
What did you to be normal?
I just don't want to be what I am.
She kind of reminds me of
I
Rebecca.
can't control it sometimes.
With how Rebecca doesn't
Magic.
want to be a vampire.
I hurt people. Even when I don't mean to.
What can you tell me about your friends?
I really like Davina.
What the hell? Original?
What?
Let me understand this. Against all logic, you and Haley went to the bayou where you ran into a man you think may be Marcel's informant, and then you lost him.
Yes. And now that we've established that I am a failure as a sister, and a friend, and an original, you should probably know he's on his way to Marcel right now to rat me out.
My mother was so proud.
Our magic.
How can you be proud of this?
As our ties to our ancestors
I don't care if it makes you stronger, makes your power stronger.
Accept this offering as
It's your
a
daughter.
sign
Got
of
to
our
sacrifice herself. Be sacrificed.
Bastiano, one of the elders, called all that was left was a little cut on our palms for the blood sacrifice. No! Stop! Bastiana, stop! You have to stop! Bastiana, please don't do this! Even after Sophie tried to stop it, we didn't suspect anything.
To be born, you must sacrifice. Do you have faith?
Someone comes in screaming, yelling, stop this. Then you watch the first person get her throat slit. Okay, yep. That's enough.
Slaughtering us.
Like freaking pigs.
Monique,
That's not right.
Survived.
Someone had to have.
Therefore, someone
Well,
something into
Marcel.
Yes,
Marcel.
someone finally did.
Marcel, come on. Come on.
You're the one
Thank
who
you,
said
Marcel.
Kieran knew every detail from Sophie. So, I did what he asked. But I was too late.
I love how he has a rule about people abusing kids because he went through that. Okay, so I'm sure Marcel would never lose Davina.
Every girl
You will
who
always
died
have love
released
for
her
that
power
person
to the
that
next.
helps you through that.
When I was the last one.
It's one thing about the show, like,
in shining armor.
it's quickly
Though Davina
making
must
me like
realize
these
you owe
new
her as much as
characters.
she owes you.
The character progression
The witches
already
using magic without her.
outstanding.
Mr. Michelson, you do not want to be on the wrong side of me.
Oh, she wants to be on top of you in a bed somewhere. Somewhere. I adore them.
Manipulated me. You know how that ended.
This is not manipulation. This is one thing in exchange for another. I'm offering you a deal.
Dude. God, I love Elijah. I could listen to that man talk in that soft voice all freaking day. He can read me the phone book, number by number, and
Quite
I
an
will
innocent taste. It's filthy in there.
happily watch.
Where'd he go?
For now, I can get you whatever you want. What do you like to do? An artist, huh? That's cool. Okay. I can buy out Vincent's for you tomorrow. Maybe get you some curtains or...
Brother Klaus handed you to Marcel in a box. Yet you still don't give up on him.
Well, I've given up on giving up.
Give up on giving up.
It's
Beautiful
no fiction.
line.
I will fight for my family until my last breath.
And I'll fight the witches until mine.
Want where I want. Got it?
You want to be the boss? You want to call the shots? Fine. But I call the shots with the humans. And you don't want to make an enemy of me. So, I would suggest one thing. Stay away from my niece.
Fine. The hell's your niece?
Cammy.
So how can you be so sure Sabine's vision isn't?
There you go. She's like, I really don't want to think about it or talk about it. Because it's a pretty scary thing to
Taking me on a
visualize.
Oh, if you were so strong, you wouldn't have run away from New Orleans like a little bitch all those years ago.
Oh, that freaking
You've been playing king with a bunch
super
of children
punch.
for too long.
Dick, finally, what?
Haley's gonna be happy too. Oh, Rebecca.
Right. You're safe.
And as charming and beautiful as ever. Oh, the smile from Haley. You gotta love
Now
it.
that you're home,
You gotta
it's your first plan to kick.
Finally. Ow. Ow.
Don't make promises you can't keep.
Everything that brought us here to New Orleans was a lie. This story that Sophie Devereaux fabricated. This struggle for control of the French court, this war between vampires and witches, wasn't over territory at all. This was over Davina.
I swear, I had no idea that the harvest could possibly be real.
But the one thing that you were sure of is that I was wrong. And that I would risk Monique's life on a maybe.
And I are gonna find a way to get Monique back. It'll be our little secret. We'll do it together. We'll seal off the cemetery from the vampires, find Davina, stop Marcel, and finish the ritual once and for all. Even if I have to slit Davina's throat
See, that's
myself.
still slitting her throat.
If Sophie Devereaux is successful in capturing Davina, she can return Jane Ann's daughter back to life. We thought we'd come here to wage a war for power. This is about family. In order to return her niece to life, Sophie Devereaux will fight to the death. It makes her more dangerous than anyone.
Alright. It's getting crazy. It is. There we have it, guys. Season 1, Episode 5 of the originals. I thought the episode was a little more slow-paced than the previous few, but it ended beautifully. I loved having Elijah back. I loved his scenes with Davina. They had great chemistry talking together. And I love what Elijah told her. He's like, why haven't you given up on Klaus after all this time, on your family? And Elijah, he's not one to do that. He says, I've given up on giving up. Oh man, just such a good quote. I thought that was the quote of the episode. But it was really good. Things are going to get crazy. Things are starting to get crazy. Davina needed to be sacrificed for the harvest. But no, Marcel saved her. And I loved the backstory there. We got the backstory with Marcel and how he met Davina, saving her. And he was with Sophie. And Sophie didn't believe in the harvest. But she said she saw it with her own eyes, so now she does. And she wants her niece back. Yeah, her niece or something like that. But in order to get her back, Davina would have to die, and the ritual would be complete. But I think it's still kind of fucked up. She's going to do anything and everything to get her back and to complete it now. And that's another thing I loved that Haley said. That, that they were right about the harvest. How do you know she wasn't right about freaking visions she saw with my demon child? And Sophie didn't say a word about that. Yeah. Gonna bring the death to all witches. Sounds like a very fun child. Klaus is so proud. But a really good episode. Like I said, Elijah, of course, stood out. He always stands out when he's in an episode. Him and Klaus, man. They are just two beautiful characters. And like I mentioned in the reaction, like, this show is making me love all the new characters so fast. I think the progression of the characters is outstanding with Marcel. Marcel is quickly becoming a favorite. He might even be like third on the show, behind Klaus and Elijah, of course. But Sophie, I'm liking her. Davina is incredible. Yeah, so many cool characters in the show to love. And this might have been the weakest episode of the season so far, but it was still strong. Yeah, it was still strong. Hope you guys enjoyed my reaction to it. Thanks for watching. I'm out.